Hi, I wanted to share the story about how the affirmative care has prevented my daughter from getting the help she needs. During our daughter's teen years, we learned she was on the high-functioning autism spectrum, which explains why she struggled forming and maintaining friendships and fitting in. All the while, though, she was all girl, never protesting being a girl nor having any strong interest in activities that are typically associated with the boys. In middle school, she found her first boyfriend and she fell in love. Only after extensive therapy would we learn of her obsessive, unhealthy desire to fit in and connect with someone, and to the extent she was willing to go to secure and keep a relationship. Ultimately, the boyfriend ended the relationship, and this heartbreak set into motion a cascading set of events that ultimately landed her in a full-time outpatient mental health programs and others to follow. When she returned back to school, a girl approached and introduced herself. This girl had recently come out of school as transgender and had given herself a boy name. Within 24 hours, my daughter declared she too was a boy trapped in a girl's body and was picking out a new name. When she announced this at school, the school, having full knowledge of her existing mental health issues, instantly affirmed her with not a single question or hesitation or notice to me or her mom. Behind our backs, the faculty and staff referred to her by her new name, pronouns, and suggested she immediately join the Gay-Straight Alliance. When we eventually learned of this, we formally protested with the school administration. We would later learn the teachers and staff completely ignored our request and continued to refer to her by her new name. In talking with the district VP, they had told us that their quote-unquote hands were tied and that it was the law they had to follow. Of course, there was no law in the books, but that's what they were telling parents anyway. The guidance counselor, who was very active in the trans community, was advising our daughter about halfway houses she could go to because he thought her parents didn't support her. We took our daughter to see a highly respected therapist the school district uses. When we asked if he thought our daughter was authentically transgender, he answered it was very clear to him that our daughter's sudden connection with being transgender was being driven by her underlying mental health conditions. Important to note, however, he would only share that with us off the record. He stated he was fearful that if he were to put that on his actual report, that he'd have some repercussions he didn't want to deal with. Our daughter would later spend 3 months in an all-girl wilderness program where they blindly affirmed any girl that thought she was a boy. During the entire 3 months, the mental health professionals would avoid addressing the sudden transgender claim. This is despite the fact that the lead therapist in her final report did in fact include her professional belief that our daughter's assertion she is a boy was clearly not authentic and was being driven by her underlying condition. Another mental health professional unwilling to address a clear mental health issue they themselves believe she has. Our daughter then moved on to an all-girls residential program where the consensus was formed she was suffering from the impacts of autism together with some emerging borderline personality traits. Yet again, getting the therapist to address the transgender topic was literally impossible. No mental health professional was willing to put a plan together to help our daughter understand that what the professionals believe themselves. So where does that leave us now? She will be turning 18 in only a few months and will be only in a signed informed consent form away from getting testosterone.